Alright. Sounds good. No partitions.
No partitions.
Partition is 0.
Yes.
Party, part. Unallocated.
Uneducated.
Unedumated.
Potatoes.
Uneduma potatoes.
The harder I think it's potato.
The harder you potato, the harder they fall. Come on, program, open up. Good.
Why you don't need to move harder off?
What do you mean, you people? Alright. LDC power Suplino. Let's go ahead and connect. Will it connect? That's the question. Oh, it's trying. I ain't twerking though. Disconnect, connect. Oh, it flickered, but it didn't work. Connect.
Flicker didn't work.
I still have controls. That means it's not hooked up. Disconnect, connect. Still not working. Try this again. What's up, Maurice? Disconnect. Connect. Well, if I can get my DC power supply connected, we'll be even in better shape. So far, no bueno. Eres no bueno. What you doing over here, Micah?
I'm trying to move and it's not letting me move.
Are you doing the forward moonwalk?
Forward moonwalk.
Hey, not connected. Sweet. Alright, so we've got two. I'm going to start this at 1.5 amps. Alright, so we have two 5SE that have VCC Main shorts. This one here, it had been worked on by someone else already. So let's take a gander at it. Put it in focus here. Alright, so this one, somebody had already pulled shields. They didn't pull CPU shield. They pulled the back shield already. And I don't see anything that's been done. I went ahead and pulled the battery gate and jumped it just to make this easier to test, because I just do it through the DC power supply. So what I'm going to do is get my leads for the 5SE. I had to modify some of my old leads to use for the 5SE since they don't have, I haven't found one on the market yet. So I took my old test leads and put a 5SE connector on it, which is the same as the 7. Got an email saying you're making my shirt because the campaign is over. The way it works, Lynn, is every so many days they print the shirts, and that's considered a campaign length. It does that so you don't have to wait for a bare minimum order to be reached. So by end of campaign, it just means that the orders are being printed that were ordered already. So you're good. It should ship them out to you. I'm going to make some more, and I'm going to order some myself also. Okay, let's see here. So DC power supply. We're going to turn it on. So we get a dead short right away. Pulling the full 1.5 amps. As you can see there. And we're just going to feel around for shorts. I don't think that's enough amperage based on the voltage that it's drawing. So I would be shocked if we're able to feel anything off of that. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and up this to 2 amps. So now we're at 2 amps. Let's see, are we getting any heat? What's up, Rupert? I appreciate anybody that buys one. You all don't have to. I just thought they were pretty cool. I haven't seen anything on the market like them, so I figured I'd make something that was enjoyable for the nerdy crowd, I guess. The iPhone nerds. Which I consider myself to be one. Alright, so we're still not getting anything, so let's go ahead and pop our amperage up to 2.5 amps. Alright, so we're up to 2.5. Let's see, is there any heat anywhere? We should start to feel some heat. So let's go to the free spray method. So let's turn off the power supply for a second. Let's freeze our board. And you all are going to have to help me because I've been known to overlook components. So we're going to turn it on. Look for anything melting. Alright, so we have some what appears to be melting over there. I don't know, it looks like it's still trying to freeze up. Let's turn that off for a second. Yeah, it's still trying to freeze up. Alright, so let's turn it back on. Let's see if we see anything that melts. So we're getting melting down here, but that's most likely for where it's warming up naturally. Yeah, it's starting to warm up naturally, so let's refreeze it real quick. Fixed my first iPhone 6 long damage yesterday for my own use. Really getting into these repairs. Thank you guys. Yeah, I need more broken phones. Exactly. It's like an addiction. Once you get one, you just want to start fixing them all. So get this to cool off. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and bump up my amperage since nothing's getting overly hot. I'm going to bump it to 3 amps. That should be around 3 watts. So we're looking for anything to get warm. So down towards the bottom there, it's starting to get warm. That could be due to the battery connector. Alright, so it's definitely getting warm on the opposite side of the board. So we got nothing on this side. I just noticed we have some flux down here, so that's interesting. We also have a solder ball right there. Let's get rid of that guy. Did not see that earlier. So let's get rid of that and let's freeze up this side and see what we have. Alright, so let's turn on the DC power supply and see what happens. Our connector's getting hot, that's normal. Nobody down here is melting yet. Alright, looks like the connector is just slowly melting everything. Alright, so let's check up here at the top. We're going to go ahead and pull the cover for the CPU. There's not much under the CPU cover on these, so be interesting to see if that was under the cover, if that was the cause. Shields off.
Hello.
Hi.
Can I help you?
I'm gonna fix my screen.
Okay. What you got there?
There's a little cover on my nose.
Alright, be $80. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
How long does it take?
Usually takes about 20 minutes. Could you fill out this form here for me and get started on it for you?
Thank you.
No problem.
This one's odd. Nothing seeing any heat yet. Let's recheck the back of it here. What sort of tool was that? Which tool? The bottom shield on the iPhone 6 on the front. Crank up your heat full speed, take your nozzle off, and turn it up to like 370 or something, and it'll come off easy. Alright, let's see here. Which one's that? 6?
iPhone 6.
Let's try this again. Turn it on. Okay, maybe right here. Let's see if those are VCC Main. Yeah, those are VCC Main, so let's pull those off. Something's not right about those. So this is how an iPhone will look in Mount Everest. Yeah, pretty much. Some days ago I figured out a shorted part on Arduino just with resistance. You can do resistance, but my meter's not that accurate. It'll do like the second or third position on resistance reading, so. Alright, so take those caps off. Let's reread this. Still dead short. Okay, let's recheck again, increase our amperage. Okay. Let's go to 3.5 amps. Alright. On. This is less than an ohm short. This is dead short to ground. Yeah, it's not getting hot, which is odd. Normally a dead short like this, unless it's an IC, will get hot if it's cap. Nothing up there. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It has to be something that's got a lot of ground plane. Which usually ICs will have that. That's why I suspect that it's possibly an IC that's fucked up. But if we put enough amperage in, it should get warm no matter what it is. We just may have to go longer term with just the heat test. Instead of doing free spray, just inject amperage and let it sit. Okay, so I don't feel anything or see anything getting warm there. So, no, it's not on the battery rail, it's on VCC Main. I've jumped the battery gate to VCC Main. Right there. Alright. So far it's consuming 3.5. 3.5 amps so far at 1 volt, so about 3 watts. Let's go ahead and make it 4 amps and let's see what gets warm. BNC. Hey, what's up? We're out right now, but we'll have more Wednesday. Yep. Okay, I'll hold them. Alright, man. I got a 2009. Yeah. I probably let it go for 300. Yep. Yeah, it's a MacBook Pro, it's aluminum. It's a MacBook Pro, it's aluminum. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Okay. See ya. There'll be a selection. I'll have to go through them. Alright. Later. Alright, so I got a little heat over here. I'm trying to pinpoint it. Okay, it may be one of these inductors getting warm. Which doesn't necessarily mean that that's it. Mike is here. He is working on an iPhone 6 right now. Okay, whatever it is right in here. I can feel it. Ooh, yeah. It's right in this area. So right here somewhere. Let me put some alcohol on it. Actually, we can turn this off. Let's see if it'll freeze spray over it. I don't know if it will. It's probably still too warm. Okay. Yep. There it is. It's that cap right there. This cap, I think, is it. Let me check it. Hello. What's up, Dave? Cool. Yes, sir. What price? Okay. I'll ask around. I'll see if anybody's interested in it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll ask around. I'll let you know, man. No problem. See ya. Alright, let's see if we can dig this cap out without destroying everything around it. I end up screwing up my good tweezers if I'm not careful. Let's go back to old crappy ones. Man, that underfill is hard. Bent the crap out of my tweezers. I don't want to get this area too hot because of the PMIC. Alright, let's see. Were you our problem? No, it doesn't lift pads. Hey, look at there. That cap is shorted.
Found the cap, Chris.
Found the cap. Let's see if we have a short now. So, since VCC Main's tied to bat VCC, this should tell me no short. Woohoo!
How much is
No short.
$10. Wanna
So
get
let's drop
10
this back to 2 amps.
Okay. Right. Let's see there. I'll throw that on real fast for you.
Yep. Crazy tank.
Just a second.
I think it's the fourth one down here. Nope. Maybe fifth? Nope. Third? Nope. First? Nope. Fifth? Nope. Where is my line to boot? Look it up. Let's see, LED. Oh, there it is. Must have not had a good enough ground. Yay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is this your paperwork?
Yes. What? I have no piece of your long jackson.
Success.
My grandma, everything she does. Really? She was real perfect. That's okay. Yeah, oh, but she does hers is on and hers is
Got that fixed. This one's not short on VCC. Okay. Let's see.
It's a little after tax. Everything's gonna be $93.
Alright, so no image, 200 milliamp draw.
There's yours.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a good day. Hey there. What's wrong? You have an issue with the phone?
Es que él sabe, es que él me arregla una vez y quiero que me arregles.
The ear speaker doesn't work on this.
Your speaker doesn't work on it? Well, just a second.
Es el nuevo, dice.
Yes,
Y pregúntale de la semana.
What phone is that?
iPhone 6, your speakers aren't working.
What did it stop?
When did it stop?
when I put a new screen.
Did we put a new screen on it? You did it? Okay.
Just pop it open and see.
Alright.
Yellow. What's up, man? iPhone 4? No. I mean, it's possible, but I've never seen it. Like it lights up for a second and then goes away? That doesn't sound like a backlight issue. Does it do it every time or just once? And it won't do it anymore? Well, I mean, if you reset the battery and do it again, will it do the same thing? It sounds like a software issue. Yep. No problem. See ya. Alright, let's try booting this up again. So this one is consuming 200 milliamps constant amp draw with nothing else going on. See if we get any short anywhere. I was looking to see if PMIC had any short outputs or something, because PMIC will get warmer if there's an output short. Don't see anything there. We've got some discoloration down here, which tells me possible water damage, maybe? Or is that from flux? Alright, so this is just melting off normally. Alright, let's see. Let's just do some poking around here. See if we run into any shorts.
Hello. Be right with you. Can I help you?
I called earlier, y'all said you had a couple of the yellow ones left.
I think they sold
I think
out.
We sold them though. Let me see.
I was looking at your outstanding.
Yeah, we sold out. I'm sorry. Lots more on Wednesday. Okay?
Gotta be quicker than that. That's GPU line. That's not a big deal. That's not a big deal though. Let's see, what's chat doing other than being chat? Yeti come? No. Shiny balls and sometimes crotch cam. Crotch cam's always good.
How much is your flex cable?
Is it torn?
Yeah.
It's 35 if we're putting one in.
Alright, found the problem. Yeah, torn flex cable. Right there. It's hard to see. It's split almost in half through there. 35 for us to replace it.
Huh? 17? It's 35 down?
Mm-hmm.
You want to do it?
30.
I can't
No.
do 30, no, it's 35. I mean, you guys can get your own and try it again.
It's okay.
Go ahead and do it? Yeah. Okay, alright, we'll get it done for you.
Anyone with schematics for the 5SE, can you confirm the value of FL422, its location on the board? iPad Mini FVC, leave battery in or take it out. Which FVC? The digitizer? You can just do it in the frame. You shouldn't have to use any more heat than your iron. Your iron's not going to get the battery hot unless you're just stabbing it into the battery. Yeah. They did their own screen replacement and messed up the connector. Alright, let's see what voltages we are getting here. Let's see what we're missing. So let's check our VCC main voltage. Okay, from ground, 4.2 volts. Alright, let's see.
You get the folder.
It's right here. Alright, let's go up to 1V8. If anybody has suggestions on what they think it could be at a 200 milliamp draw, let me know. How many volts is VCC main supposed to be? Between 3.8 and 4.2. Just depends on what the battery is or if you're charging it. If you're charging the phone, it should be 4.2 volts or close to it. Are these schematics rescued from Apple? Are they redrawn? They're rescued. 100% rescued. Alright, so we need 1V8 always. Okay, so there should be a 1V8 always right here. Yep, we got 1.8 volts. Alright, let's prompt it to boot. Okay, it's prompted to boot. Well, let's check our PP3VO lines. Paul Daniel, someone roasting chestnuts over the fire very slowly. Yep. Very slowly. To my knowledge, the only sense lines on these phones are for the battery input. Alright, so we have heat around the PMIC area. Actually, the PMIC is warm. Doesn't mean anything necessarily. Let's see if this phone's in DFU or something. Maybe it's in some weird mode. Some weird power state. The constant draw could be DFU mode or some type of recovery. We'll know here in a second. So let's hook up our power rail. Okay, not doing anything in that shell. Let's try in this other one here. Kind of gave me a clue of what might be going on just then, unless it was just a bad charging port. But I plugged that in and the phone did not prompt to boot. So that could be a TriStar issue. Possibly. Yeah, we're definitely not getting a prompt to boot. If that's the power button, we do. But TriStar can keep the whole line down. It does nothing. Never the coil. It's true. Never the coil. Yeah, it's not even using VCC or the it's not even using the power from the charger at all. So let's replace TriStar. TriStar's right here, Tigris is right here. They're underfilled, so it adds a little bit to the repair. I'm also interested as to why the battery gate here is chipped up. Is this corrosion? Maybe? I don't see anything anywhere else. Let's heat this really quick. We don't want to heat it too long, just long enough to melt some underfill there. These chips are fun to get out of there. I did one the other day actually, just to see. We had one that I had fixed water damage on, and then after fixing the water damage, it refused. It booted up, and then I ran it through ultrasonic, and then it refused to boot after that. So I replaced TriStar on it just to see. Alright, let's put this in the vise. Alright, so the way I get these out is with razor blade and my iron. So I don't use hot air here because it's so close to the NAND. If you just come in here with your iron once it warms up and just sit it there, it'll start to eat that plastic coating off of it, and then you can press it directly against the die. There you go, it's starting to eat the coating off. Alright, so the coating's all eaten off. Now we just have a nice shiny chip. And we'll put some leaded solder on here. And we're just going to heat this and then flip it off when it's ready. It will take a little while. It did last time, at least. Was it working before? What color is the screen? White.
Yeah, it's white.
Let me clean this up a little bit. MOSFET? No. This is TriStar. Clean this up a little bit. Still quite stuck down. Usually these come off fairly quickly, but this one is not having it. Into my razor blade came off there. Why are you fighting me? It does not want to come off. It's like, no, I'm not coming off, man. Alright, might have to resort to heat here. If that's the case, let's put our shield on and let's go. Way too much heat needed to do that. It should have come off with an iron. It usually does, but that one just did not want to. We got one cap that's lifted. We'll have to put back on. Of course, that's out of focus for you all because it always is. Underfill got up under that one. That's probably why. The last one I did, it didn't get up under it that much. Of course, I just knocked that off into the fucking abyss. The cap that I need. There it is. Not even necessarily cap, just component in general. Alright. Let's go over this shit with some flux. And some leaded solder. My cap is slowly floating over towards me. Move that out of the way for now. I'm going to tin those pads really well. Okay, I'm going to grab that cap. Move it over here. Come on. There we go. Alright. So now let's clean up everything here. Alright. New TriStar tone. Something off topic from stream. Alright, let's see our orientation here. I think it was just like Tigress is, readable this way, so we'll just make sure though. Okay, so A1 is in the top corner. Right there. Put our chip on. Put some flux on the end. And let's reflow. XP? I have no idea. No, it doesn't.
Ah. Yeah, it's good. Okay. Check. Forget that.
Alright. That's what it does now.
Eles tualis, plastikolis, am splashet shit. Wait to see the shit. Vai no justa, vai pagar. É isso, né?
It's gonna be with tax. It's gonna be $35.60.
Okay, so it's prompted to boot from TriStar now. Oh yeah.
There you go.
Alright, let's see what happens here.
Did you sign that there for me?
So I was seeing amperages that were changing now and they started to go up. So let's see if that's what it was. Okay. We're gonna prompt it with
There
the
you
power
go.
button.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. You both have a good day.
Woohoo, looky there. We have boot. Looky, looky, we have booty.
It's gonna be.
We have an amperage draw now too that's going over 200 milliamps.
Woo! 200.
It's now at 1.5 amps on maximum. So it's definitely booting up the way it's acting. So now we'll see if it completes our boot. I don't believe it lowers the temperature of solder, it just helps the solder flow. Technically it doesn't lower the melting temp, but it does promote... Uh-oh, no touch on that one. Is my touch connected well? Well, it seems like it is. This is an aftermarket screen though, so let's grab us another screen real quick. Flux does not lower the temperature of solder melting, but I believe it does help promote the heat exchange between the two, and it also promotes the solder to reflow. If you go and hit a joint with hot air without any flux, it usually takes longer. It takes longer for the solder to melt in that situation than it does with flux.
Even if it melts without flux, if it melts without
Who's
flux,
fapping off in the background? That's Drop Test Micah.
What?
He said who was fapping off in the background. That's Drop Test Micah doing all the fapping back there.
Oh.
That's the sound of his mother on a Saturday night, if you know what I'm saying. So, one of these was a VCC Main short that turned out to be a cap. The other one turned out to be TriStar and possibly Touch ICs. We'll see here in a second. I would assume that that's the flux helps with. Yep, Touch works on this one, so it's the screen. on the other one. But I would assume that flux just helps promote some heat exchange, and that's why it melts easier with flux. But I don't think that it lowers the temperature. You would have to mix the alloy to lower the temperature, I would assume. Yep, mica as well again, as you all can hear. Your housemate was slightly disturbed by that. Well, we have to live with Micah, so he's here all the time, so you all at least get a break. We have Micah 24/7. We enjoy Micah though. He's a good guy to keep around. Rosin flux has a specific heat capacity than air. Yeah, true. The flux does exchange heat because it's a liquid versus air. For some reason, a lot of aftermarket screens won't work on the SE. They work for the 5S. That's because the 5SE screens, if you're going to use aftermarket, it has to be made for the 5SE. If you use a 5S screen, you have to use an OEM one or they won't work. We only use OEM screens, so anytime we do a 5S, they always function correctly, but that one is an aftermarket screen, and if it's an aftermarket 5S screen, that may be why the touch isn't working. So we got 2 working phones now that I need to put some shields back on. This is the shorted cap one, and this is our TriStar of Doom one. So we'll start by putting the back shield on. So where do these chips come from? It seems they're production by NXP, but can't find any other distributor. I buy mine either directly from China or through Micro Soldering Supply. You can buy them direct for China a little cheaper, but it won't be a terribly different cost unless you're just ordering in large bulk. We were talking about this in Nashville over the weekend, talking about the chips coming out of China and if they're real or not, and some are real. Well, not necessarily if they're real, but if they're new, because a lot of them have been reballs, which not necessarily a bad thing, but consistency on the reball is the key. If the company can't reball at a consistent rate, you'll get mismatched ball size, and that causes issues. Trained to solder without flux and have never used it. I would suspect that the solder you're using has flux in it, because soldering without flux is impossible. I mean, you can melt things together, but it's going to look like dog shit. So what I'm saying is, so see this solder here, there's no flux. I'm not putting any flux on here, but when I melt it, see the smoke that comes off? That's actually flux in the wire. So I highly doubt that it was no flux, just you had flux in your wire, not you weren't putting any on the board. Which you can do that. I mean, I can sit here and do this and lay my solder there and solder each connection one by one and just use the flux that comes off of the wire itself. But the problem is, most of the time when you're working with this stuff, your work time is going to be longer than the flux that's in your wire is going to last. So the extra flux there is not going to hurt. It just helps keep the working area ready for the solder that you're going to apply to it. In a perfect world, we would do this, heat the joint, and then touch it in, and the flux would give us a good surface on it, and everything would be great. But the problem is, we don't live in an ideal world, so sometimes you have to add your flux and then bring in your solder later. No fucks given. No flux given. No flux given. I just came up with a new t-shirt. No flux given. Unicorns and leprechauns. Unicorns and wizard sleeves. Do you test them again after putting shields on before putting it on in the housing? Normally I just test them in the housing. The shields kind of have to line up in most situations, so see my mounting holes? They have to be fairly close. And then if you look here, see the alignment pegs? There's one there, and there's an alignment peg right there, and the alignment peg right over here somewhere. This side may not have one. It may be on the end there. But they have alignment pegs that they kind of have to line up with, so if the shield can't be too far off. And there's not many components that close to the edge, at least not with their power side sticking out. Most of the components on the edge will have their ground plane towards the outside. Alright, so that side's done. I believe I enjoy mod trolling. Giant tub of AMTECH on the front. That's probably what I'll do. I don't know if I can put AMTECH. I can at least put like a needle. Like a syringe that has like something on it that kind of resembles flux. So it doesn't look like I'm talking about heroin or something. I don't give a shit. I'll use my heroin if I want to.
Heroin if you want, Chris.
I'll use my fucking heroin if I want to. Man, how is it I solve 2 problems and my viewers go down? Should I not solve things? Micah, you sound like your mother a lot.
You sound like your mother a lot, Chris. I saw 2 problems and now you go down.
Micah, don't make me force gump your mother. So if you ever want a nice put down, just tell somebody you're gonna force gump their mother. Boy, your mom do a lot of things to get you in that school.
Your mother sure does love you.
Lewis is streaming? Well, fucking A, man.
That's fine.
What's he streaming? I didn't even get a notification. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Lewis probably... I'd love to see if Lewis could get 1,000 viewers just by putting his nuts on YouTube.
Look at my balls.
Look at my balls. Enjoy my balls. My balls. My cack. What you think about my cack? The fuck? Where did this go? Oh, there we go. It's like I know this went down in here somewhere. Look at my cack and balls. I got to meet Mark for the first time over the weekend. Pretty cool guy. Very knowledgeable. We kind of got to bounce some ideas off each other.
Not the only thing that got bounced around.
Not the only thing that got bounced around. Micah. Micah's mom joined us for the weekend. Wagner paint stripper. Yeah, I saw that one. Paint stripper on a motherboard. That's a great idea. That won't fuck the overcoat or corrode anything. Twitch notified me. In my castle, in my castle. I don't remember that. I get it. This Mark doesn't remember it because he's not the Mark. Funny. Not like funny haha.
Not funny, haha, funny queer.
Micah, don't be mean.
What?
I don't think
From
these-
the movie.
I don't think these had antenna in them. I don't know if I should be putting this all back together. Oh, there's the fucking shield I was looking for. Right in front of me. Let's see if I can put it on in here. I won't be able to solder the outside edge though. I have no flux to give. 0 flux given. AMTECH. Sorry, it's Monday. Monday, Monday, mama, pa, 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 pa. Monday morning. It's all I need. Monday. On a scale of 1 to flux, go flux yourself. Blam, 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 blam. Mark taught me, Mark Schaefer that is, not to be confused. Mark Schaefer showed me that a new, well, here's the fucking antenna too, I'm gonna take the board back out. That a NAND short evidently can draw a fairly low amount of amperage and still get pretty fucking hot. So earlier when we jumped in on VCC Main there, we dumped in almost, what, 1.5 volts times 4 amps, so 6 watts of heat into, or 6 watts of power into that fucking cap that was shorted, and it barely got hot until I jumped it all the way up to there. We were putting in just of course I dropped it. There it is. We were just putting in 700 milliamps of power into this iPhone 6 that had a NAND short, and it got fairly warm pretty quickly too. So it was pretty surprising. I never really noticed that. I guess being a secondary power rail, the PMIC just kind of doesn't really give a shit and just dumps in whatever it can, and that may have been what was causing it. When do I ever use max airflow? Only when I'm taking off baseband shields. That's about the only time I ever use max airflow. The friggin' blower vibrates like hell and noisy at max airflow. Also no air pressure either. I only use max airflow to remove the baseband shield. I use higher airspeed for MacBooks because they have a higher thermal mass, and the higher airspeed gives you a higher temperature at the board, which equates to faster removal. iPad screen removal as a test. Well, I mean, if you don't like your digitize or your LCD panel, you can do that, I guess. I don't know if I would recommend it, but you're your own person. Okay, that shield's on. Let's put this back together again. All the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. What you doing back there, Micah? Not
Reading.
Not working on MacBooks?
I'm reading how to fucking
Not working on
do
MacBooks?
things. Fucking thing keeps failing when trying to format a drive.
Are you getting trolled?
I'm getting trolled by a fucking Mac.
Are you getting trolled, Micah? Do you want me to fix it for you, Micah?
Fix it for me, Chris. Fix it for me.
Alright, hold on. We'll go fix this for Micah.
Same shit, different drive.
Same old shit, dog, just a different day. That's because you don't need to do it there. Go into the volume, bro.
SATA cable issue. We may need a different cable.
Maybe so.
I'm thinking that's what it is. Let me see if I can find another cable.
Okay. Sunday morning. Rehot, bro. Rehot. Everybody says rehot, Micah. Rehot the.
Rehot their mouths with my.
Ooh, he says he's gonna rehot your mouth with his penis. Oh, he said. Oh, okay, makes sense. He said just drill a hole in the CPU and it'll work.
Okay. Oh God, that'll work. That was my next.
That was what he was gonna do. So you all didn't teach him nothing new.
I was gonna drop test it next.
He was gonna drop test it after that.
Xanadu.
Zanzibar. Oh man, all the brackets are missing too. Didn't even realize that. Ugh. Let's put our brackets back on here. Not gonna cook it, but I'll order it from Zanzibar. Alright. Now time to seek out the treasure. Micah,
What?
do not seek the treasure.
Do not seek the treasure.
Is there other tiny screw? Here we go. Okay, screws are in. Drop test. We're deprived of his absence. What fume extractor do I use? I use the
Fan.
Lasco fan from Walmart. Knock on wood, I never overheated a device. Drop test. Saw them live years ago. A great show. I bet they are. I use that sweet ass Lasco Walmart fan because it's dual purpose. It does fume excavation for me. I wouldn't call it extraction because it just blows it away from me. And then it also keeps me nice and cool for all those hot nights inside Micah's mom. Micah's mom, hot nights. Micah's mom and those hot nights. I'm surprised she hasn't appeared yet. Usually when we talk about her, she shows up. 110 volt deluxe fume extractor, exactly. With variable speeds. It's like a $4,000 value for nothing. BNC. Yes. What kind of phone? Mega, is it a Mega 1 or 2? I'm not sure. It'll say Mega 2 on the back of it if it's a Mega 2. The Mega 1, you would be looking about 95. The Mega 2, they changed the screen design so it's actually cheaper. Okay. The Mega 1's 95. The Mega 2 usually runs about 65. Yeah. We would have to order that screen. It's not something we normally stock. If you open the back of it and then pull the battery out, there should be a model number there, and that will tell me exactly which one it is. Alright, I think that is a... let me see. I think that's a Mega 1. Yeah, it is. So that's a Mega 1. Yeah, what's the color? What's the color of the device? The screen is silver. Well, I mean, what's the back cover color? No, like the actual cover that you pulled off. Okay, let me see. Okay, is the home button white or gray? Okay, is it a dark gray? Okay. Alright. I will go ahead and order it. And let me see when it'll be here. Yeah, it'll probably be Friday or Monday at the latest. If you want to just give us a call around that time, we can let you know if it's come in or not. 95 plus tax. Yes, ma'am. You're welcome. Yes, that's everything included. We're located downtown on the square. You're welcome. Bye. 110 variable speed like a Dremel. Fuck yeah. Except much quieter. It's the whisper quiet model. I mean, we really splurge when it comes to our fume extractors around here. Alright, so I'm not going to put the screen on this one since it needs a screen. And I'm definitely not going to close it up. And it needs a battery too, so.
Oh
A battery.
no.
A battery. Oh no. Say it ain't so.
No.
Cow now, brown cow.
Different.
What's different? Oh my god, why are you putting different cables on there?
I thought they were
You should have ran over to the place, but they're closed now. Be like, hey, y'all got a hard drive cable? What up, what up, what up? I know they're closed. They called me earlier and said we're gonna close when Micah needs something.
Let's see if it works.
Why would you try to plug in the wrong cable, bro?
It's not the wrong cable, it's just a little shorter.
Just a little shorter, that means it's the wrong cable.
I mean, the connector is still the same.
Alright, when that computer burns up,
I'm gonna burn it out.
here it goes. Short fire.
Short to Chris.
Short to Micah's ground.
Short to Chris.
Smoke. Smoke just came out of it. Going to relist your shirts, Chris? The timing is not lining up with the paycheck. Yeah, it should be. I don't know if I did it take them down. I don't want it to take it down. That's the only thing. Like, I want it to automatically recycle them through. I just set the things so that they print every so many days. Let me go check. I want to know. I want to know. I like to know. Teespring.com. It came. When we get a chance, Micah, we need to take this one apart and re-thermal paste it. My computer.
I gotta do another computer.
I know, I'm saying when we have time. Alright, let's see. Let's go to my storefront. Storefront. View storefront. Shit on my pants.
My pants right here. Shit.
Alright, so let's see. It seems like everybody's still up there. We got the Oberdick special. That's a good one. Chris, it's the P hashtag underdick on the back of it. Marcus caused the computer not to boot now. It's not turning on, is it? Oh.
Oh.
I'm scared to piss out of you.
Oh.
Alright, let's see. No, it says.
Oh, look.
Oh, it says last day to order.
This is a hard drive here now.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Well, notice this is the hard drive before.
No, I didn't.
Then how did it see it? God, you're dumb as shit. Okay, it says available until tomorrow. Let me check the settings on here because these are supposed to automatically reset. So that what it does is I set the time limit as to how many days before it prints, and then it's supposed to just recycle them back in. It's not supposed to end them. Yeah, fume extractor blows so hard it knocks chips off the board. That's the truth. We got that high powered shit.
There. Successful.
Good. Good to
You need a
hear.
new cable for this one.
Why?
This one's not the right length. It's jimmied in there right now.
You're Jimmy.
You're jimmied in there.
Why can't I edit this, you piece of shit? Evidently I can't edit it from there. Alright, launch preferences to play, free, basic, blah blah blah. Marketplace. Products. Okay, here we go. Settings. Yeah, okay, so the campaigns automatically recycle when they end. So what it does is every so many days, whenever the campaign ends, it will print all the orders, even if the minimum hasn't been reached. That way, if people are sitting there waiting on a shirt to be printed and the minimum order hasn't been reached, it'll automatically go to print after those many days. So even though it says there's so many hours left to order, it will actually recycle and you can reorder them. If it doesn't, I'll make sure that I put them back up. But the current settings are set to relaunch campaign after it ends. And I'm going to hopefully add some more shirts to it tonight. I've got a few that I want to do. I've got to design them first, and then I'm going to put them up. I got to order some too. I really want to order some of the ones I made. I must send one to Michael Oberdick. And hopefully Mark's and those shirts that I got from Mark and Alex come in soon. I ordered those a while back. That's the only drawback to the company I can say, is they're a little slow on their prints. 220 volt. I'd love to have a 220 volt fan fume extractor.
220.
220.
We'd have to run
We have
220
we have 220 over on the wall.
220 over there at the wall.
We could really crank up the speed.
It'd be noisy as shit.
What's that?
220. Like 220 fans sucking, vacuum fans sucking all the time.
You know what we need to do?
I do have.
You know what we need to do, and it would be a smart idea?
What?
Fucking cut a hole in the wall back there. Talk to Bobby. Cut a hole in the wall and put a fucking exhaust fan to pull cold air out of the hallway.
I've got 3 of them. Big. You know the vacuums that they use for banks. You know to suck the canisters over up through the tubing.
I don't need it that.
I have 3 of those.
I don't need it that hard.
Yeah, man. I got 3 of those.
Mike is over here trying to fucking reinvent the wheel. I just need a fan.
No, I got 3.
Mike is like, I got 17 vacuums.
I got 3 big, huge 220
vacuum cleaner motors.
Suckers.
Vacuum suckers. I'll suck the whole fucking world through there.
There's out of one of those bank things.
Did you all use them at the pharmacy?
I was gonna turn one to a shop vac, but I never got around to it.
Are they rated to run very long?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Alright, so let's solder the front side of the shield down. Probably need to add some solder. We've been running on credit there for a while. Over the weekend when I was in Nashville, we didn't have a fume extractor, so how the hell did those get knocked off? Oh, I bet I know how. So this one was reheated with the sticker on, and look at that, it pulled a couple of parts loose there. So we're gonna have to come back down here and put these back on. Good thing we saw that. That could have caused us some major issues later on. So let's look at our other phone real quick, kind of tell where those are. I can kind of tell already just by looking at them, but just to make sure. Okay, let's see how many components we have missing. So that, yeah, okay, so we got a gap, 2 gaps, and then no gaps. So we got a gap, 2 gaps, no gaps. Okay, I can see where all of them are supposed to go now. So that is fine, no big deal. We'll just add some flux and we'll go back in there and replace our parts. Love 220. 220 can do that work, but it also kill your ass. Alright, so we got 3 components actually there that are moved. And that's due to when this was done, the sticker was not removed. So this one goes down here. What's up, man?
Told you I could blow a black hole. How does that even happen? I told you I don't like working on boards. Is the screen maybe?
I don't think it's the backlight, bro. Because it comes on and shuts off immediately. It could be a screen. I'll take it apart here in a second. Let me finish up this 5SE. Give me like 5 minutes or something. Well, it's up to you. I don't know how long it'll take. It may not take very long. So it's good. The hell? Why you no solder? This doesn't even want to hold. It's just the frame just keeps separating. There it goes. Now it'll hold. It finally slipped over the edge. What time is it? 6:30. For me. Alright. 4S. Let's see y'all. What is going on? Missing the corner. I need you to move. I know you don't move. Legit normal electronic distributors. Can you see if we have a 4S screen right there?
4 screen.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They sold pretty quick. People still constantly calling about them too.
Another guy I gave my screens from, I don't know how much it was. 200 pieces for like $1.85 plus 80 for shipping. So it came out to like
Plus 80 for shipping.
yeah.
Okay. How much a piece were they?
$1.35 comes out to $1.75 a pop.
That's not bad. How soon can it get them for you though?
I suppose right now.
I mean, how fast can you get them shipped to you? That's
The LED ones too.
yeah. We ordered some of those.
Usually I get my screens from about 5 days.
Yeah.
Day handling, 2 days handling, DHL.
Yeah.
Which I don't know being that's that heavy, but it is $80, so it should be DHL.
Yeah. Is that direct from China?
Yeah. They'll love it. It's crazy how they can get a package over all the way from China. It's less than a week.
Yep. But they can't ship from New York in less than a week.
I know. It's crazy.
Well, you were correct. You did manage to blow the backlight on it.
Huh?
You did manage to blow the backlight on it.
This is nice. How much is it?
45. You're gonna make no money on it.
I make no money.
Lesson learned, right? Disconnect the battery.
I did disconnect my battery.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't know, you must have had something exposed or something because it shorted it out and burnt the filter up.
That's
Let
crazy.
me make sure that's right. Yeah, you're good.
That's the screen good?
Yeah,
Touch
it's
it?
fine. I haven't tested that yet. Waiting on it to boot up, but
Yanking it 10 times. Yeah, that's nice. Well,
no more iPhone 4s. I don't like to film either. They're time consuming. Just like you said.
well, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah,
Alright, guys. Y'all have a good night.
you too, man.
Two.
Feel bad for them sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I've never done that before. Blown backlight on iPhone 4. It's a new one I've never seen.
I don't think I've even done that.
I didn't think that was honestly possible. That filter was blown though. It's odd that it was flashing, like it would flash the backlight for just a second, and then it would shut off. I checked the filter though, no continuity across it. Replace filter, backlight returns. So, woohoo! Alright, let's put this one back together. Fuck me. I didn't put the antenna on. let's see. Cheap for me when. And I'm talking about stations of micro soldering tips and tweezers. Most of the micro soldering tweezers that I have seen on the market are absolute garbage, other than the Hakko ones are good, and there might be some good ones with like the JVC or something, but in my experience, any of the other ones, the tweezers are just garbage. I bought some from my cheap station a long time ago just to see what they're like, and they were junk. I would not use them. If they were micro soldering tweezers, they were the largest micro soldering tweezers I've ever seen. I guess their definition of micro is different than mine. I was looking at the, like I tried out the quick hot air station. I really liked it, but I looked on their website just to see what they had, like the different options and stuff, and to see if there was something else maybe I would recommend for startups to use. And their hot air, or their iron, looks exactly like the AU unit that I have, and it has the same exact shitty tweezers that you can get. So I would not recommend their tweezers. Or the iron's probably okay. We've got the iron from AU, the lead-free iron that has the cartridge tips just like the Hakko units do, and it's a good unit. The tips don't last as long, but they're fairly cheap. Like you can buy new tips for it, new cartridge tips. Like they're a full length tip, not just the one that goes over the end of the heating element. Like it's a full length tip, just like the ones in my Hakko unit here. And they're really nice. It does a good job, and they have a good selection of tips too. And they're mostly like $12 a piece, which is reasonable. Paid $900 for the FM203 micro tweezers, pencil, and regular iron. Do you honestly use the micro pencil that often? I don't anymore. I only use the tweezers mostly.
I do because all I got.
What?
I do because all I got.
Oh, the micro pencil?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's good. There's nothing wrong with the micro pencil. It's just I don't use it much since I got the tweezers. I've used it once, I think, since I got the tweezers, because there was something I was working on that the tweezers just wouldn't fit in the area. I picked up my FM203 used on eBay with 2 irons, 2 stands, and everything that was included. I was like, I think it ended up being right at $400. And then I bought my micro tweezers separate. It was another 100 and something, and the micro pencil I bought was another 100 and something. Let's see if I can find all my screws here. It's always a challenge when you get just a bag of stuff. I don't see my... I think this one goes up top, actually. Yeah, it does. Let me compare my sizes here. Yes, you know, that's the top one there. It's a larger head. Can't answer that.
Getting those fidget spinners.
Game spinners.
BNC, how may I help you? Uh-huh. Okay, Okay, I just have to. I'd have to look at it to see what's wrong with it exactly. If you can, just bring it back by whenever you can. What time is it?
It's almost 7.
Yeah. We actually closed at 7. How far away are you?
How big a boy are you?
Alright, yeah, if you want to swing by real quick, we can take a look at it. No problem. Alright, bye.
You didn't call the guy back on that 6 too. Who was that?
That was one where I replaced the 6 screen. She's seen there's a dead spot on the screen.
Okay. This lady's about to drive us nuts. She's gonna be one of those ones that nitpicks everything.
Yeah. Now call which guy?
The one that was water damaged that we fixed already. The one we called earlier and said we would call him back. I handed you the phone.
Oh yeah.
You called him.
That guy. Yeah.
Secondary problem due to other repairs. Long screw damage is when people put the wrong screw in the wrong hole. So if you don't pay attention to your screw length and you try to jam in a screw for a spot that's not made for it, it will cause damage to the board and delaminate layers and cause either trace separation and or ground to short to a layer above it. So it is not good and not recommended. Long screw damage is also different for every case, so you may get one that's not so bad and then you may get one that's absolutely just a pain. I have a feeling this screw set is missing some. This one's in the wrong spot too, so swap that out real quick.
Shut up, Mac.
Okay. You're definitely missing a screw. Not sure where it is. It's not on my work surface and it's not. Oh, yeah, there it is. It's in the bag. Stuck to the side there.
Hey, this is Micah from BNC. I was giving you a call back about your iPhone. I was giving you a call back about your iPhone. Okay, just letting you know that's ready to be picked up. Yes, sir. Okay, alright, that's fine. Alright, no problem. Bye.
Alright, there's no battery in this one either, so I'll let him put the rest of the screws in. Close this up. Put this back in the shielding. Alright, so these are fixed. I've got one video with long screw damage. If you search through my videos, you can find it. Evidently, Mike is going to search my videos so good. so good. I thought Ashley was going to come back down here and get these phones, but
She lied to me, Chris.
has not come back yet.
She lied. She lied to you. Lies and deceit.
Alright, we got another 5S over here. Not a 5SE, but a 5S. This one I've done
CC.
TriStar on, and now when it loads up, it gets to the main screen and then goes to a spinning wheel and won't boot. So I'm not sure what's wrong with it. I've already done software upgrade. That didn't fix it. Okay. Put that right on the frame there and say that it has a hot spot.
Does it still have a hot spot on it?
Yes.
I was curious.
It looks like it's in the polarizer. So right polarizer damage, back or rear polarizer damage. Write it on the frame.
Alright. Rear polarizer damage.
Yes. Do you have the keyboard for this MacBook?
Yes. I put it in the back column.
Okay. I'm gonna test that out. So we're gonna plug in the old trackpad, which seemed to work, but it would just hold the reset line low. And then we're gonna plug in our new keyboard and see if this will boot up. And if it does, we know that our keyboard is actually the problem, and we will store that in the memory bank as a symptom that if the keyboard and the trackpad is plugged in on this year MacBook, that the reset on off will be held low.
Which one?
See you, Maurice.
Keyboard would that have been? Would it have been the big one or a small one?
Small.
Small. Big ones.
It's 2 a.m. I must be lonely. Lonely.
What are you thinking about, Chris?
We're gonna plug in your mama.
Here you go.
Fanky.
Thanky. Oh.
Fankio.
Thankyo.
Get yourself some Fankios. Some Spankios. Alright, so how does this come up and over?
Good.
Comes up and over like this. And then plugs in.
Full name would be Alberto Computer.
Alright, let's see if we can finagle these lines out of the way. Alright, so I'm trying to plug in one cable on top of, or over top of the other where it's still sitting in there. So this is a bit tricky. Come on. Go in there. Okay. Plug in our battery. Open our screen. Hit our power button. Not turning on.
Hello.
Oh, there it goes.
Alright, let me switch your save here.
So, if I'm texting,
Looks like that's what it is.
this button right here doesn't work. And then once you hit emojis, you can't get away from that. Oh my god, look at the dog. Oh.
So it was
But
the
we
keyboard.
tested out and every other button works fine. It's just something on that side right there.
Just check the connection, Micah. If it's not if it's connection, it'll fix it. If not, just replace it.
Okay.
No sense in sitting there.
Because there is a
Messing
dead
with-
spot there. Okay.
What does that mean?
Just a dead spot on the screen.
Okay.
Could either be the screen or just not plugged in all the way.
We'll find out real quick.
Thank you. I'm
No
sorry
problem.
for coming in so late.
No, you're fine. Keyboard time. What's doing over there, Kenna? Check your shit, Micah. Hopefully it's just not connected well. If not, send it back to Seth.
This came from Seth, though.
Huh?
I don't think this one came from Seth.
Why not?
They had the red backing deal and stuff, and it was preloaded. It's got stamps and stickers.
Oh, well, that'll be the other people. That'll be the second screen we send back to him. Is that just a normal 6? Or 6S?
Just regular six. Great old six.
New keyboard indeed. And hook our antennas here. Where's the green toolkit?
It's right here.
Actually, yeah, I'll need it.
Huh?
I need it.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
I was hoping I wouldn't, but I do.
That's what we wouldn't use. Turn on the juice.
I got the screw out.
Yeah.
I'll need it later, but I don't need it now. Alright, pull this board out. Now I have to pull the battery. Looks like as the battery is glued in. That's right. You glued this one in, didn't you, Mark?
What is it?
You put this battery in there, didn't you? I think you did.
Yeah, but it's fairly in there.
Yeah. Should come out fairly easily. Indeed, old Kennebana. Hmm? Keyboard.
Keep it on, yeah.
Alright, so got that part out. And we need to get the trackpad cover.
No, I still can't.
I need the green toolkit now. Hmm?
Swap out.
Swap it out.
You need the green toolkit.
Yep. Thank you. We replaced the trackpad. That didn't fix it, so we replaced the keyboard and it turns on and stays on now. So I would assume that that's what it is. If it comes back and does it again, then I have no clue.
This one's a South Springs, one's South Springs.
What can Seth do for you? Hopefully this keyboard is screwed in. I've not done a... Do you have to remove rivets on this model? That's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if it's rivets or not. If it is, it'll be the first riveted one I've done other than the plastic ones.
Just billions and billions of screws.
Well, this is an error one. They started riveting them after a while.
Why would they do that?
Because they're dickholes.
Why would they do that, Chris?
Alright. Keyboard time. See if we can pull this keyboard backlight off without destroying it. I'll take these speakers out still. because they're in the way. Yep, it's riveted. Well, this is gonna be fun. Yep. Get our backlight off. And it's definitely had liquid in the keyboard. Alright. No joy. So how do you all go about doing the rivets? Do you drill them out or just pop them off and then screw into them, or what do you do? Let's see how it goes. Ooh, they just pop off. Pop, pop, pop. This ain't gonna be fun.
Damn.
Watch out, bro. Rivets are gonna come flying.
Tell them.
This is a MacBook. There we go.
Get it?
Yeah. It came out easy enough, I guess. Alright, let's set this one back in. Well, it leaves a nice little hole. Wonder if the screws will grab that. Where's those screws from that other kit?
They're in the kit. We'll grab it real quick.
Where is it? Let's see if these... Hopefully these will catch the screws. They look like some of them will. If we can get at least a few in there, I'll be okay with it.
These will actually work in there.
One way to find out. Put one in and see if it works. There's plenty of screws here.
There is plenty in there. All 1,000.
I think it's 100 of them.
All 1,000.
Yeah, they go in.
Do they?
Yeah, they cut their own threads in the aluminum.
Oh, that works.
Can't over tighten them, but it's okay with me. Now YouTube live stream gets to watch me put 6 million screws in.
1,000.
Screwing in some screws. SMC tell it to shut down. Was pulling too much power, but the plug self-force still boot with the touchpad keyboard. I don't understand why it would be too much power though. That's what I don't understand. Like the SMC on-off reset is a ground. It's not a power issue. Unless it was drawing the 3V42 line low. Maybe. You can make a window. And jumping out the door. Probably gonna kill yourself 'cause you're a whore. What?
What?
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Or what you said?
What you talking about? Alright, I'm gonna do a pattern here, I guess. Instead of just indiscriminately putting these in. We'll make triangle patterns on the back of this. Well, I don't know if you're wrong or not. That's what the problem is. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just going by the logic in it that it's possible. I mean, if the power rail's getting pulled down because of too much current draw between the two, that is completely possible. But what I'm thinking is these work individually, but if you plug them in together, they don't. But with the new one, it does. So obviously it has to be something in the circuitry, but what? Is it too much amp draw? Is it a ground randomly getting sent to something somehow? Like, what's causing it? This is working well. I like this.
What is working on?
These screws.
Lucky that the other keyboard came with screws.
Well, that's why I ordered that one, actually.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Does you not need the other keyboard?
No, I need it.
Oh, okay.
That's for the 17-inch, but I'm fairly confident the 17-inch has screws.
Okay.
Because it's an older model. I don't think it's riveted.
Okay. We're gonna do
Don't you okay me, Micah?
okay.
Oh, yeah. Looking good. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
An amperage increase? No, I mean you would have to have an amp meter to watch it. Or inject your own voltage, I guess. But I don't know any way to meter the amp draw on a line internal to a computer. All I know is that the line stays low on the reset if you have both plugged in. If you don't have both plugged in, you can plug in either one and the reset line would stay high. Finally made it to your channel. What's up, Miguel? Appreciate it. We're doing bitch work tonight. We're not doing anything great. Just putting in screws in a MacBook keyboard. The glamorous things of this job. Is it good now?
Yeah.
Cool. Like nobody wants to hear you breathing. Are the keyboard and trackpad both treated as UST devices? Yes, I believe they are. Do 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 do. Scooping these things. Do you get the same issue plugging in an external USB device while disconnecting the internal keyboard? I didn't try that. It's a good idea, but we know that most likely the keyboard was the issue all along, because putting this keyboard on and using the old trackpad, the computer boots up and stays on. So. Put in our screws now. We're going to go every other one, just to save some for just in case.
Glass.
The tempered glass?
Yeah.
Yeah. If not, no big deal. Alright, a few more screws. Bazinga.
Where's the little case? Did I take the case off or did she take the case off? You got your case? I'm gonna have to put you a new tempered glass on there.
Okay. You want one of these?
Yeah, can you hand me one? This one's got a place where it won't sit back down after I peel it off old one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's see how it looks. Looks good.
Good and good and good.
Our speaker's back on here. Gonna keep this one down in the hole.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem.
Put the backlight on.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a good night.
You too.
Alright, so trying to sneak this backlight back in here.
Let's go back to China.
Should have done that before I fucking put the speaker on.
Chinese chicken.
Alright, there we go. Seal our backlight against that. Come over here. Seal all this down. Make sure our screw holes come through our backlight here. Alright, cool. Keyboard's replaced finally. It took 12
I'll
years.
keep my fingers crossed on that one.
On what?
On that one. With the keyboard fixing it.
Why wouldn't it?
I don't know. I'm hoping it will. This seems like it's going to be some kind of troublesome board. You did say there's water damage inside the keyboard, didn't you?
Yeah, you could see liquid damage on the back of it. Why have they put adhesive on the back of this thing? It doesn't even stick to anything there.
Apple. Well, that's their party, so we're China people.
I'm afraid I'm gonna fuck up the keyboard. Well, god damn it. Dear China, stop putting adhesive on random things. I'm fucking leaving it. Screw it. Alright, so put our trackpad cover back on. Hopefully that's enough keyboard sticking out. That's really fucking tight. Really tight. Alright, let's put our screws back in here. Oh, let's see. Do you get the same issues plugging in? I will lose my time. Why? It has worked for 1,000 years. Amazing, the MacBook keyboard is so frail. Utilizes 50 screws. Yeah, the keyboard has no rigidity to itself. It requires all those screws. If you don't have them, the keyboard really does flex a lot. You can actually push the keyboard down inside the frame if it doesn't have all the supports. So yeah, it's pretty fragile. The trackpad has this large fucking plane under it too. They just make these so thin that they have to have rigidity in places, and the only way they can do that is put large metal plates in or multiple screws. They've been doing the MacBooks that way for a long time. I don't understand why the keyboard ever needed that many screws. I mean, seems like there have been an easier way. Just put like a plate on the back of it. Yeah, they do it because they're Apple and they're a pain in the ass. That's the truth. Let's see here. Let's see. Go ahead and turn the light off, Micah. 3 of us on chat, yeah. Just turn the light off.
No, I'll turn it off.
That's how it usually is. A lot of people just listen to me, so it's gonna be pretty boring at times. Especially when you're listening to somebody put in repetitive screws over and over.
500 screws.
The event in Nashville this weekend was pretty fun. There's a little side note there. Got to meet a lot of people in the industry. Got to meet a few of the iFixit people. Pretty cool stuff. A lot of nice people. Very accommodating.
Let's format it. Now I can see if I can look at this drawing.
Philosophy chat. Reading data sheets. Philosophy time. At Philosophy Corner with Chris.
Your mom.
Do 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 do. Micah says your mama. Do 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 do.
The more you know.
The more you know. Let's see if we can put this battery back in here without destroying it. There we go.
You're getting fucked up.
What?
Guy leaving a car meet with the NARC FD and peels out and slams right into the curb and rips the front bumper off.
Sounds like an FD driver to me.
And then he just starts backing up. And keeps backing up. Why does he keep backing up? Why does he keep... Why? Why?
He's just denying what just happened, man.
He's still backing up. What the fuck? All the way down the street.
He's just trying to get away from the embarrassment.
He starts backing up.
Micah, why are you dying? Alright.
Because he kept backing up.
Let's see if we can assemble this without fucking it. Can I? Hard life, can I? Can I have a hard life? You have a hard life, can I? Yeah, can I? You got a hard life? Just so everyone knows, Kenna has the hardest life.
She has the hardest.
Hardest life. She had to sleep today. For a long time. You all don't know how hard that is. Hashtag HardLifeKenna. Alright. Time for the motherboard to see if the keyboard connector is long enough to plug into the keyboard. Is it's long enough? Yeah, it is. Fuck yeah. I was a little worried about that. I didn't know. Sometimes there's like small variants in different models and it's so fucking annoying. Like Apple's just like, this connector was okay last time and worked perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and redesign that. Not that it's any different, we just want to make it slightly shorter or slightly longer. Just so we can fuck with people. Alright. Let's get our fan in here. Which actually goes up and under. There we go. Aha. Explains why that one didn't have a screw in it. Goes down here. Okay. Connect our main board here. 18 people watching. Let's see 18 yos. I'll give you 18 yos. Yo 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 yo. Alright, so get this all connected, put that back down, hook up our fan. Micah, do you have the rest of the screws for this still?
For
This MacBook?
which parts?
The board and everything?
Yes.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Yes.
You have to reconfirm it with yourself?
I'm trying to think of what parts these are from. It's got the AMScope.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Okay, it's about to come back to you.
I can't remember where all the parts go.
Well, look and feel. If it feels too long, like it's getting tight before the bottom, you know you
Then
need,
it's in
need
the
a
right
different
spot
one.
to
It's
just
not in the right spot.
crank it harder.
It's not like your love life at home. It's not your love life at home, Micah. You don't just crank harder
Crank hard.
if it's tight and doesn't feel right.
Tight doesn't feel right. Crank hard. That's right. Crank hard.
Okay, that's all on. Plug that in. Let's see if it still turns on and works. I have to wait for it to power cycle 3 times and then it should boot. Alright, booted up. Backlight is on. Backlight's still on. Backlight's still on. Still on. I think we're good. I think we are good. Yay, we got a folder icon. So we're still on. Let's press the power button to turn it off. It does turn off. Alright, cool. So that's what it was this whole time. Just the keyboard. So I'll add that to the memory bank so I know next time that if we have one that is... I mean, I kind of knew that if a keyboard was bad that it could cause that, but it was just really weird symptoms. Not normal to what I've seen with bad keyboards. But now we know that is indeed what it is. So we'll know for next time. We'll put this screw back in here if it'll fucking go in. Which it doesn't seem to want to do. Probably because my board here needs to be shifted over a little. that definitely wasn't the right spot for it. It doesn't want to go in there. Alright, Micah, here you go.
Oh,
Just hit the
God.
ground. Oh, Jimmy. I also have one screw. I don't know where it goes.
Well, I'm gonna have a few that might not know where to go.
Well, that's not good. I don't think that's gonna work.
What?
G925F firmware onto a 930 probably won't work. And start rapping for his audience. How about this rap? I'm fucking done. I'm gonna call the stream there. We've gotten quite a few fixes done. Got our keyboard in on our MacBook. It's good. Seems to be working fine. We now have a spare trackpad that we can use on a different phone. And that's it for me. We're gonna throw this MacBook back together and go the fuck home. Ladies and gents, thank you for watching as always. And I will be on tomorrow. I've got plenty more shit to do. We've got another, I think 6 or 7 phones to do. And I'm sure we'll have more walk-ins. So, everyone, thanks for watching. Leave a comment or something on the after live stream ends if you got any suggestions or anything. And go Pepsi, Team Pepsi. Give me a sponsorship, Pepsi. Thank you. And thanks for watching, everybody. You all have a good night. See ya.